Hello and welcome back, guys. It's your boy Ina Strela, back with an unboxing slash review video. Today we're going to be doing the Romoss Zeus power bank. So this is apparently one of the better power banks currently on the market. Quite a hefty device, I might say. And we're gonna unbox it and then do an Ampage test on the physical device. We have two other power banks that we're gonna compare it to, just to have a look and see, is there a big difference? Does it actually work? And does it, well, the most important part I think would be is, does it actually charge at 18 watts? All right, without further ado, let's go. So I got this on Takealot on a sale, like I always do. It was $1,200, the original price, and then it came down to $800. So, okay, so we've got a stupid little plastic clip here. Pretty basic packaging. I like the feeling of the box on the outside. It's pretty nice. Right, pretty standard box for that. Okay, so it's over on the top. Something I've realized, and something I don't do a lot for us South Africans, I'm gonna feel stupid. Yep, it's on the side. They don't really make a lot of videos for us based for products, so it's mostly always based for like American countries and stuff like that, so that's why I'm doing this for my fellow South Africaners. Okay, so here's the big boy. Oh, as I said, it's quite heavy. There's going to be a bit of a downside. Pretty standard packaging, guys. And it's got this stupid little mini USB, which no one's ever going to use. And let's have a look at it. Thunder. The Romoss 40,000 milliamps per hour, milliamps, I'm assuming. Okay, so off the bat, it feels very solid. It's got a nice texture to it, which I like. It's got a cool display that shows the power, so we've already got a pre-charge of 79%, which I think is a very useful thing. Looking at the ports now at the top here, so we have 4 ports. One's a mini USB, one's a USB-C. I think this USB-C is a inlet and outlet, so you can charge the device as well as charge other devices with it. Then you have 2 normal USB ports here. One's a Fit Plus, and then one looks to be a fast charging port. Okay, so that is pretty much the unboxing of the Romoss 40,000 milliamp Zeus. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna test the device, but I wanna first test 2 other power banks that we have gotten. So this is a little cheap Anker power bank that I bought a couple of weeks ago, as well from Takealot. It's just a quick $200. And then this is one of my really older Romosses that I have, which is the Romoss Sailing 5 Premium. Back then that's what they called it. We're gonna test these 3 against each other and see how it works. Before we get started with the Ampage test, I thought we'd just give them a quick weigh. So we're going to start with the smaller version, which is this Anker. It was on sale for $200, which is really well priced. And as you can see by the size of it, it's also very, very tiny, which, I mean, if you're on the go and you're walking around or have in your pocket, you're not really going to feel it. So this one is 10,000 milliamps, and let's see how much it weighs. So this one currently is at 180 grams to what I can see there. So this one is definitely the lightest one between the 3. What I do like about it, as I said, I like the size, I like how it feels, and the price. Price was right. $200 for a power bank is literally nothing. What I don't like is you can only charge 1 device at a time. Yeah, that's about it. It's only really one dislike. Okay, going to the Romoss Premium. This guy over here is quite an old battery pack. It's the old Sailing 5. It has 13,000 milliamps. Interestingly enough, they say the battery was made by Samsung SDI. I was quite impressed by that. Looks old, looks a bit dinged up. As you can see, it's got like a few dents and scratches and it's quite a bit dirty, but still works pretty well. What I like about this one is that it shows a proper battery display there, so you can see it with the different colors, and it has 2 charging ports instead of 1. One is just a normal charger and then one was a fast charger back in the day. All right, let's have a look at how much it weighs. 20, 40, 60, about 280, I'd say. Yeah, 280 grams, I think so. So that's the Romoss Premium. It's a good 5, I'd say at least 4 or 5 years old, and it's been doing very well. Romoss knows how to make good products, and they've been doing it since the beginning. Last but not least, it's the big Romoss 40,000 Plus, which I'm just gonna put that out there. The first thing I hate about this is that it is incredibly heavy. It's big to hold, as you can see in comparison to my hand. I pretty much need 2 hands to hold it. And what I do like, however, it's obviously got the newer ports, is obviously the capacity of it and the fact that you can charge with USB-C, that it has a digital display of how much battery you still have left. Right, let's have a look at how much this guy weighs. Alright, so this one is definitely the fatty. We are currently at, I believe that's 900 grams, what I can see. So it's just coming in under a kilo. That's quite a big thing to use and, you know, every day and walk around with it. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Other than that, I would recommend this more for people that are on events, because obviously of the battery capacity it has and that you can charge the device multiple times on it without having to, you know, recharge it physically. It's time for the amp test. So we downloaded this app from the Play Store called Ampere. It's an app that allows you to test the ampages from whatever device or whatever wall outlet you're charging from. And we are going to now start with the small little $200 Anker we got from Takealot, which is the 10,000 milliamp. And here we go. So this one does have the IQ Plus thing, which apparently detects automatically what device it is, and it automatically detects, you know, if it's being plugged in. Okay, so off the bat we can see that its minimum range is 900 milliamps and its max goes to about 1150. Not too great, not too bad. It's pretty much an average charger, you could say. But I mean, for the price and the nice compactability of it and the size, is a pretty good, well-rounded battery pack for your daily needs that you need it for. Obviously, you'd only be able to get 2 full charges because the average milliamps of smartphones these days is about anywhere from 4 to 4.5 up to 5. Cool. Now we're going to go to the older Romoss Premium. So this one has 2 ports, as you can see here. It has like a normal charging port for phones back then, and then obviously its fast charging port back in the day. As I said, the only thing I don't like about this one is the fact that you have to manually put it on all the time, so that sucks. But other than that, it's relatively okay. I think it might even be too low to actually charge my phone. It's like measuring, but it's like measuring an orange. Oh my god, it's actually discharging through that port. So that's not working very well. Yeah, so that was definitely for older phones back then. That isn't at all good. It's just basically discharging. I also think it could be the cable. All right, guys, so that just doesn't seem to work. Oh, there we go, it's charging now. Okay, so that port isn't too bad. It's currently coming at minimum range of 1120 to a max range of 1410. And it's staying pretty high towards the top, so there's not really much or very high fluctuations in between. Oh, it's still climbing as well. Wow, okay, it's going. It's going. And you'll probably hear Renzo there snorting in the background. Thanks, Renzo. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much at 1460 milliamps. Okay, going into the second port, this is now the faster charging version of it. It's got those 2 little electric signs there, or little volt signs. Plugging it in, and it's measuring off the bat. Let's have a look at what you can do. It looks like it's a bit higher, so it's going in the more 1.5 range, and it's stable, so it's sticking to the higher range, which is good. That's what I expect from a Romoss Premium. So this was the old Sailing 5 13,000 milliamp. Okay, and now last but not least, we have the Romoss 40,000 Plus. This is the newer one, bit more pricey at 800 bucks on Takealot. Let's see what it can do. All right, so we're gonna first start with this fast charging port, so the 2 ports there, and plug it in. Looks like it also has that cool thing where it automatically detects. Okay, so the first port is coming in a minimum range of 1030 and a max range of 1300. It's sticking closer to the 1300 here with just a 10 less, I'd say. And that would just be a normal basic charge. Then putting it into this Fit Plus port over here. Let's measure that. Okay, as you can see, that's quite a jump. So now we went pretty much almost double in the milliamps. So it's now charging at 2060, 2050 roundabout, with a min of 2740 and a max of 2800, which is pretty good. So this would be your fast charging port for your phone. All right, that is pretty good. So I would say it's about double so far to what our older ones and our Anker cheapie can actually do. And now we're gonna test it with USB-C to USB-C and see what we get. All All right, so USB-C to USB-C. This is a standard Samsung charging cable. Nothing to it, nothing fancy. So it looks like it's less than the actual port that's there, than the normal fast charging Fit Plus port, which is that blue one. It pretty much charges at a normal rate. Okay, that's a bit of a downer. Otherwise, yeah, all right. That sucks. So when we originally tested the USB-C to USB-C port, I wasn't very impressed because it was like in the 1.6, 1.7 range. Now, when I left it in a bit, it started climbing quite significantly. Then I realized maybe I should just given it like an extra couple of seconds. I saw that there's like a little blue light that comes there with a like electric sign with a plus on it. So apparently that needs to pop up first before it actually starts doing like a fast charge. And I think it has to detect if the phone is actually, or the device is fast charging compatible. I can say safely that this one charges in a range of 2.6 to 2.7 milliamps, which is phenomenally good for a battery pack. And it does as it's advertised and as they promised. Right, so next things next, we are going to be testing two devices next to each other. For this test, I have two identical Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultras. Let me just open this app. There it is. All right, and both have the same Ampage or Ampere thing downloaded. For this test, we're not going to be using USB-C to USB-C because, firstly, I don't have two cables. And secondly, I want to see how well it does just with a normal USB port to USB-C. Like I suppose, normal USB to USB-C. I don't know how you say that. Pretty much. Okay. Anyways, so you'll see both are currently discharging. It looks like this device is discharging at a faster rate. It's probably got more things in the background open. So I'm just going to close all and then open it up again. Just measuring its discharge rates. Please note both phones are Galaxy S20 Ultras, same age, same everything, nothing is different. All right, so let's test this. I've got two Anker cables here. All right, so I'm gonna put the one in the normal charging port. So we'll put that in my device. And then the other one in the Fit Plus seems to be more faster charging port, I guess. All right, that device for that one, and that device for that one. All right, measuring and then measuring. No, it's not showing like a weird, more different here. Okay, so it's now charging two devices simultaneously, one through a more slower port, one through a more faster port. So you can obviously tell that the faster port is giving me an extra couple of hundred milliamps. So I'd say roughly about 300 milliamps more than the normal charging port, which is to be expected. As it says, it does stipulate that this one is a less faster charging port than that one. So if you have two devices and you are charging them at the same time, this would work. I think that is a really cool feature about it. That's quite useful. Okay, so I've unplugged the other device now, and I've left, as I unplugged it, this one literally just shot up to about 3,000 milliamps per hour, which is in the fast charging range, as you'll see here now. But what happens if we plug in the normal USB port to the USB-C and then USB-C to USB-C, both fast charging ports? Let's have a look. So this is also a Fit Plus port. I'm gonna plug it in here and see what it does. Okay, so we're still getting in the range of 1.5, but let's just give it a couple of seconds. It is shooting up. All right, so ironically enough, we are getting more power from the normal USB to the USB-C than we're getting from the USB-C to USB-C on the device. Nonetheless, it's still the same as you'd put it in the two USB ports here. There isn't much difference. Okay guys, that is my review, unboxing video of the Romoss, and then comparing it obviously to the cheapy Anker, and then the Romoss Premium, which is my old but classic good oldie. And yeah, then versus the Romoss 40,000 Plus. So just my review and what I think of the device so far. I think it is humongous. It is definitely a chunky monkey, but it does do as it advertises, and it does charge within the 3,000 milliamp range at one device at a time, or alternatively between 1.5, 1.7, 1.8 if it's charging two devices simultaneously, which is still good enough. It's not the best, but it will still get the job done. Do I think it's worth the money? That is a definite yes from me. And the reason being is that I work in events. I need my phone because I use it as a hotspot to like upload or download photos and stuff like that. It is important to me to have a phone constantly powered. And then I also don't like every time, what we used to with this Anker here, is that within a charge and a half or maybe two charges max, I'd have to bring this device back in to get it recharged, which is annoying. With this one, I think I'm going to be doing quite a few charges. Like during this entire test, we've only used 2% of its battery, which is quite little, I'd say, I think I'm going to enjoy this. If you're looking for something more in the lines of a quick charge and you don't really need your phone that much, but you just want to keep it going during the day, I'm definitely going to recommend the Anker. It doesn't fast charge, but it is still going to get the job done. It is worth the price. $200 is literally nothing. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. That is my video for today, and I'll see you guys around. Out.